And yo, all this is brought to you by my people over at Sprite. Obey.
So on the album, how many songs were inspired by real life experiences?
It's a mixture, you know. This album has autobiographical elements, but when I write, I think of it like a novelist probably does, where you're writing based on what you know, based on things you've seen, but you also reserve the right to make some things up and kind of dramatize the story in a way that makes it fictional, but it still has some root in fact. And so I think that's my style of writing.
And then on this album, I noticed there's no rappers. You have Snoop and you have Kanye in the first one.
Yeah.
Is that a conscious decision?
You know, it wasn't conscious. The decision was to not force a rapper on a song. So I felt like if I needed it, if the song had a spot in it where it felt right, then I would do it. And when I did I Can Change, when I did Number One, it felt right in those spots where they weren't. But on these songs, it just didn't feel right to try to throw 16 bars on somebody else in the song. And so I just didn't do it. And I didn't try to force it. A lot of people force it because they want to, you know, get on the radio, and hip hop is so dominant in black radio right now that, and radio in general, that people want to make that connection to hip hop, even when the song really doesn't make sense with that connection. And so for me, I didn't want to force it. And it's cool, I think, that I did an album with just me on it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And I know you have a song with Jay-Z on his new album,
Yeah.
You Want to Ride.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've worked with Jay before. You did.
Yeah, we did Encore.
And you played Lucifer, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it like to work with him?
You know, it's funny. I've never actually worked with him. I've always done the track with Kanye, and then Jay did his thing separately after he got the track. So that's what happened with this one as well. So I've never actually been in the studio with him.
Right.
But I mean, obviously, I've met him and talked to him before.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan. Like, he's one of my favorite artists in the world.
How did that collabo come about? Did he call you up or?
No, we sent the track to him. Kanye sent it. I had already made the hook. It's funny, I made the hook while I was with Jamie Foxx, writing presumably for his album, but we never finished the song. But I had that hook still, and I wanted to do something with it, and I was going to do something with it for my album, but I never came up with a full song. So we used the hook, made a beat to it, and we were going to try to use it for me, but it just never happened. And then Kanye thought, why don't I send it to Jay? And he sent it to Jay, and Jay came up with a song for it. And a lot of people think it's going to be a single because it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard it yet, no. The final version. Yeah.
We'll be at next week's week.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sprite for looking out and making all this possible.